good afternoon. Welcome to my exhibit at El Club Careyes, Jalisco, Mexico. I'm Beatrice Jacobs and I'd like to take you on a tour. Come please. So these are my photographic wall hangings. I was trying to figure out how to have a show that was portable, but yet big and dramatic. And what do I do with the canvases when I'm done? My wall hangings look like canvases, are beautiful, and you can fold them up and put them away, and I can get 10 pieces of work into a little suitcase. And I'll just tell you something very briefly about every piece. This photograph was taken in Canada. This is Barkley Sound, where we live in the summer on Vancouver Island on the west coast. And it was taken at 6:30 in the morning during herring spawn. And the lighting has not been manipulated. This is exactly what the lighting looked like. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to look at some more. This is the storks. And this image has gone through a few manipulations simply because I wanted a dramatic image to show flight. And I really think that this has a lot of movement to it. And this over here are the sunflowers. And this was taken in Talent, Oregon by my post office. I call it my smiling flowers. And this was taken where we live here in Chimetla on the beach in Mexico. And it's the lagoon when it's dry. And as you can see, we have a dog, we have some raccoons, and I love the geometric patterns that the dry pieces of clay made. Next time I print this, I'm gonna print it really big. So I think it's just a really dramatic graphic statement. And then this is, I call it the barnacle madness. And these are gooseneck barnacles. People stand and look at this and they have no idea what it is. This came up floating on a log, about 1.5 meters long and 0.5 meter wide, filled with these barnacles. They were about this big, each one. There wasn't too much movement going on. I thought they were sea worms. And you can see up here, you can see their little tentacles, how they eat. It's an amazing photograph because of the lighting. And every time I look somewhere, I see something new. And this was taken in Canada on Vancouver Island. Okay, and here we have the lagoon birds. The lagoon birds, this was taken in Chimetla, where we live in Jalisco. And during the year, about 4 times a year, we get hundreds and hundreds of a huge variety and diversity. And here are the storks, the wood storks. Rosette spoonbills, a lot of people think that they're flamingos, but they're not. Ibis, cranes, more there that I may not even know. Oh, egrets, of course, can't forget the egrets. So these are the lagoon birds. And then my last piece that I have is called koi fish. It's called, what am I calling this one? The curious koi. And this was taken at a winery in Oregon. And I was sitting on a rock there and they had a very large pond, koi pond. And all of a sudden, all of these fish came up, very, very active. And I just thought they were so interesting and compelling and just say, me, feed me, feed me. Anyway, I wanted to see the image big. When I saw the image on my computer, I said, oh, this needs to be very big, and I want to see these bubbles and their expressions and the way the water moves. So I'm very happy with my show. I'm very grateful to Ingrid and to Careyes for hosting my pieces. And I love how the fabrics, the wall hangings have turned out. And I will continue to print this way. But I have a whole new idea for next year. Thank you so much for coming to my show.